biased, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts. This is the Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome to another day. It's a Tuesday, and of course the week and the month is grinding to a halt gradually. You know how you think that Januaries are never ending? Well, this one's finally given us a sign that it's about to end. And yoo-hoo, it's time to move on to the month that not a lot of us do admire because of the drama and the business and the sales strategy that comes with it. Yes, you know how bitter some of us are when it comes to February because of all the drama about Valentine's Day. Welcome to the show. 9 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. Welcome to Hard Facts. My name is Mary Ann Okon. On this show, as usual, we bring you all that you need to know in the news. We bring you only the facts, no hearsays, no speculations. But then, even when it's hidden in the facade of speculations or allegations, we cut through all that noise and get down to the facts. All right. Well, as usual, we start off the show with the big three. Right after that, we'll go into Community U Report. Today's Tuesday. Unfortunately, I've been making so many attempts to bring the La Sepa boss on the show. Unfortunately, he keeps cancelling. I don't know why that is. And I'll keep calling him out until he shows up because he needs to talk to us and we need his attention. And then, of course, on the final hour on the Big Hard Facts today, we're taking a detour to Score Ministries. Yes. My guest is going to be talking about why the security agencies in the country are not digging into the TB Joshua allegations, being that several persons involved, and not just Nigerians, but someone even died in the case. And they're saying questions need to be asked. Why is security agencies in the country, why are they quiet on this one? So we'll be talking about that on the 5 o'clock hour. But now, let's look at the big stories for today. My biggest story, obviously, is the fact that the courts have decided that whatever the Rivers State Assembly did and called it a passing of the bill into law has been declared null and void. It's a high court, not an appeal court, not a Supreme Court, a high court. Yes, and as you can tell, there's a lot happening in states' houses of assemblies. Like you heard in the news about what's happening in Plateau State. But then we're going to stay with River State. I'm going to hopefully have a guest who's a lawyer who's going to be talking to us briefly about what the law, it looks like a grid or traffic, what we'll call a traffic jam or jam of laws in terms of what's happening in River State. And is this the beginning of the end for Fubara, or is this just the beginning of worse things to come for the people of River State? My other story today, Dele Alake here is in the news. He's talking about the fact that there are powerful people behind banditry. Yes, he says powerful Nigerians were behind banditry. Mr. Alake, I'd like to find out from you, when you say powerful people are behind banditry, do you mean that these powerful people are above the law and so even you, the government, can't do anything about it? Okay. And of course, the story that many people might not want to talk about, but let's talk about it. Nigeria Super Eagles defeated Guinea-Bissau to qualify, but they finished behind Equatorial Guinea. And don't forget, we didn't score. It was luck. But how confident are you about the Super Eagles going into this round of 16? And finally, a story here in the Punch newspaper: kidnapping epidemic. Most abductions in Abuja and others were not reported. In other words, there are more kidnappings out there, but they're underreported. God knows, for that person that's disappeared and no one has heard from them for so long, you don't even know if they were kidnapped. So it's underreported, we're under-policed, and so most of these things are happening right under our noses, and we have no idea. But what must we do to keep government on their toes in fighting kidnapping. I want to open the phone lines, and then, of course, later on, I'll get into the detail of some of these conversations. So, 0700 993 993 993. That's the number for you to call. 0700 993 993 993. If you are a lady, call 020 1465 7190. That's 020 1465 7190. The phone lines are open. Don't forget, turn down the volume of your radio set and go straight to the point. Hello. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio. I just said that now.
Hello, good afternoon, Mariano.
Pino, go ahead.
Yeah. He's on River State. I think Fubra was not very meticulous to know what was actually coming. And I said it the other time. If only he knew the booby trap that this accord that he passively entered was set for him, he would have known that in our type of politics that people supposed to be smart and intelligent in dealing with the demagogues who always pose as demigods in order to make sure they suppress all of us. The truth is, in as much as he was played into that trap, now, the people he signed the agreement who actually made him to understand that the whole parties should withdraw the cases in the court. Now, who is going to the court? Who is trying to make sure that the 24 members of the other people who jumped from PDP to APC are now supposed to be the legitimate House members? I said it. This will eventually lead to his ousting because he said, is it the beginning of the end for him? Me, I see it from that angle. If ordinarily he was very, very meticulous to understand that all these were employed in order to make sure they use it to set him up and eventually remove him. He was not that. But what I'm trying to make people understand is if they willy-nilly take him out, they did in Imo State through hook and crook. River State may eventually on the way of Imo State because you can't undermine the legitimate will of the people who mostly voted for. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Christian is calling from Ejigbo. Hello.
Marianne.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chris.
Yeah, Chris Pedagogzelova from Ejigbo.
Mm-hmm.
My take is on two issues. First, the Super Eagles. See, one of the fastest ways to die in Nigeria is to support the Super Eagles.
What do you mean? Why? How dare you say that?
Don't worry now.
Don't talk about the Eagles like that. I can't take that.
For you to support the Super Eagles, you need two things. Get a calculator in your right hand. Get a Bible in your left hand.
Yay.
When it comes to Bible issue, we pray. When it comes to if my Guinea win, Zimbabwe draw, then we qualify. Now you use calculator. That one is on the Super Eagles. Now for Dele Alake, who is more stronger than the president Jagaban himself in Nigeria presently? So when they tell us that bandits are strong people or strong or whatever, I don't know the language they even use, you said.
Powerful Nigerians.
Powerful Nigeria. Who is more powerful in Nigeria today than the commander-in-chief of the armed forces or the
There might be, because I mean, from what Dele Alake is telling us, there might be people who might be more powerful than Mr. President, unfortunately. And I'm trying to understand exactly what he meant by that.
If you see, Marianne, I think a list of terrorist financiers was submitted to Nigeria.
Yes.
What has happened to those names?
I don't know.
Those names were handed over to Buhari, the ex-president, who is a very good friend of Jagaban, President Tinubu. What stops Tinubu from meeting Buhari and collecting that name? If there are powerful Nigerians,
Christian, you're asking the right questions, but to the wrong person. I'm going to have to let you go. Thank you very much for calling. Observing time here. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could answer all of these questions. I wish I could ride on a horse. I wish I could go on a holiday in the Barbados. I wish I could fly to the moon like Japan that just got to the moon. But I don't have the answers. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Good afternoon, Emmanuel.
Yeah, you have Emmanuel on the line.
Go ahead.
May anybody's faith not be tested, as that of a similar like Fubara. But there are options. I mean, there are still things to explore. Perhaps it was. Fight for stay of execution. And then go to appeal court. And then subsequently Supreme Court. To buy time and then find a way to navigate his way. As for Dele Alake, we know these things, but is it that these people are more powerful than the states, or they are putting political consideration, in terms of fighting this?
What is the good in knowing when you can't do anything about it?
That is my problem. Is it political consideration that they want to play smart so that they won't lose the election, or they don't want to, rob the boots? Because if you don't get these powerful people, you won't go anywhere. Because if you kill these guys, on the field, they will perhaps find other guys, buy guns, for them, and then give them money, and then they will go and carry out this dastardly act. So the main thing is that you need to get these powerful people, behind these guys, doing this illegal mining and then this banditry. Right. And then for Super Eagles, you have a bit of time.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. But thank you very much for calling. I'm going to keep it at 60 seconds. I've got 6 minutes on the clock. So let me go into the stories in detail. We're live. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation. We have a post up on Twitter, X. Use the hashtag hard facts and let us know what your thoughts are. Post your comments also on the live feed on Facebook and on YouTube. I would love to read from you. Now, if you want to be part of the conversation and you're outside of the country, please, by all means, join us via Skype. On Skype on Nigeria Info FM, I would love to hear your thoughts, because you're outside Nigeria no means say, if it put mouth inside the talk. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, join the conversation. But let me go into some level of detail for some of these stories. First, the story is about the kidnapping epidemic. Now, most abductions in Abuja and other places are not reported, and these are recollections of victims' families. So, despite the increasing wave of abductions, across the country, security experts and families of the victims have said most of the kidnapping incidents in the Federal Capital Territory and other parts of the country are not reported to the authorities. Victims of these abductions are also, alluding to this fact. Now, also, Amnesty International and the Nigerian Society for Criminologists, they spoke in separate interviews to the Punch newspaper, attributed the underreporting of abductions to the fear of reprisals and the lack of trust in security agencies. Underline, lack of trust under security agencies. What are security agencies there for? Protection of lives and property. And if we cannot trust them. Have I told you guys a story of a lady, one of the biggest stories I've treated on the radio, where a 2-year-old child was sexually abused by the landlord? And when the grandmother of the child attempted to go to the police station, the landlord had told them that if they went to the police, he would kill them. Now, the mother of the child came back from school and realized that her child had been sexually violated, and she went to the police to lodge a complaint. The person who took the complaint was the one that went back to the landlord to tell him that they had come to complain. No. So there is obviously a valid reason why certain people don't have trust in security agencies, especially when it comes to issues of kidnapping and other matters. Again, that calls to question lots of things that are going on in this country. But if I start, we're just going to be unearthing all kinds of cankerworms. But my big question is, what do we need to do to keep government at all levels on their toes in terms of dealing with this issue of kidnappings? Moving away from that, powerful Nigerians were behind banditry, says Alake. The Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, has said that the federal government is committed to ending illegal mining in the country, in the mining sector. He spoke when he led a federal government delegation to pay condolence visit to the Oyo government over Tuesday's explosion in Bodija in Ibadan. The minister contended that powerful Nigerians were behind the banditry associated with illegal mining in Nigeria. He said a lot of banditry, terrorism and insecurity were being associated with the mining sector and were actually sponsored by illegal miners who are powerful people in society. Mr. Alake, please, who is more powerful than the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of any country whatsoever, especially the most populous country on this part of the planet? Who's most powerful? than Mr. President? Are you telling us something here? I'd really like to call Mr. Alake and have him talk to us about this. But he's not going to come, is he? All right, let's move away from that and talk AFCON. Finally, AFCON. Yes. Apparently, Nigeria won by a stroke of luck yesterday when they won, by an own goal. Yes. We're through to the round of 16 at the AFCON tournament over Guinea-Bissau. But it is an own goal. And this raises a lot of questions, like my question. How ready are we for the round of 16? Will we even be able to make it? Will we survive that round of 16? Or are we going to be joining our brethren in Ghana back home to come and eat fufu and plasas? 0700 993 993 993. These are the big three stories for today. Join the conversation. We're talking kidnapping. We're talking powerful men in Nigeria who somewhat are behind banditry, some of the untouchables. Who could these people be? Are they the same people who are on the list that the United Arab Emirates gave to us that we refuse to touch because can't touch this? Join the conversation. All right, let's hear what your thoughts are on this one. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Is that Nigeria Info?
Yes, it is.
Okay. We are talking of that the more powerful Nigerians are responsible for.
According to Dele Alake,
the kidnapping and banditry. It is not just an indirect framing. What is actually important, what is causing this thing is courtism. There is no
it's not courtism.
There is no have secret courts. I'm telling you the truth.
Tell me about it.
Even with the military, the police, everywhere, they have courtism. So, court members, they are so loyal to themselves, they have allegiance. I mean, they never come across each other. They are never at each other's throat. So, what they do is that the secret court members, they are so loyal to themselves, and it's an all-pervasive situation. There's no way you don't find them. So, where in particular a ministry in Nigeria, you don't find secret court members.
So if we deal with secret courts, and then we'll be able to deal with banditry.
What Alake has said is very correct. But if we explain further, we see that the whole thing is embroiled in courtism.
All right, I've got to go for a break. When we come back from that break, the phone lines are still open. I want to hear your thoughts. Women, it's time to call, or you will not call. When I say I want to give 10,000, you all start calling. Well, for those who have not received their monies, their 10,000 naira from the 100,000 yesterday, I'm going to call your names when we come back from the break. So you send me your account details. In the meantime, the ladies, your phone lines are 020-1465-7190. That's 020-1465-7190. I'll go for a break. When we come back, it's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Mary Ann Okon.
The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
It says CBDC is easier and faster, given the economic climate of some countries.
Two-thirds of the world population have abolished the death penalty. Yet
You mentioned that they don't no longer settle land disputes like
The points and the counterpoints.
In line with research, Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers.
you look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media.
Secondly, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit loot. Well,
The confidence and the tensed battle.
we make it sound that government doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
A child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions. On Borderlines, we go beyond boundaries.
You know, let's be honest here. This is an organization that sent nearly 3,000 terrorists into Israel, and on the most part, they were proud. They don't care if they die. All they care about is killing Israelis and killing Jews.
Why is it that the Palestinians cannot go by dialoguing with these people through other international bodies?
Straight talk, no holds barred.
That's what Hamas did. And Hamas say they didn't do it, but Hamas lied.
You contradict what America's report. You contradict Israel's report.
The Liberation Organization died. The children, they will rise up tomorrow and fight for liberty.
Biggest conversations from around the world. Borderlines with Iriti Bakari Yusuf. Fridays at 4 p.m. Let's talk. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and well-researched topics.
It says CBDC is easier and faster.
Given the economic climate of some countries.
Two-thirds of the world population have abolished the death penalty. Yet you mentioned that they don't no longer settle land disputes like
The points and the counterpoints.
In line with research, Nigeria sets out an increasing number of skilled workers.
you look at the points that you made about it being manipulated by the media.
Secondly, my opponent says that it increases volume of clean and fit loot. Well,
The confidence and the tensed battle.
we make it sound that agreement doesn't have a set of rules and regulations.
There are different safety measures that Okada riders do flaunt.
A child that is not being properly academically satisfied.
Secondary school students in Lagos will go shoulder to shoulder in the I Beg to Differ Secondary School Tournament to contest who deserves the crown. The I Beg to Differ competition is back this February on Nigeria Info FM. For sponsorship, call 0908-885-1862. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts. The Lagos State High Court sitting in
Suspended the Chicago certificate story is never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
I was my magician, and she was meeting campaign with her husband, knowing that.
You should not put happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Marianne Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts.
Yes, it is, and this will always continuously be your most authentic news experience, and it's getting to you from the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcasting live right here in Itimian Crescent from our audiovisual studios in Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Mary Anukon. Welcome to the Big Three on Hard Facts, and we're looking at the biggest stories today. Aside from the drama at the Rivers State House of Assembly, we're also looking at the fact that kidnapping is growing in its lips and bounds, and the question is, what must we do to keep government on their toes in terms of fighting, this issue of kidnapping? Again, Dele Alake has come to us with fresh news. Let's consider it fresh news. Well, he's saying that powerful Nigerians were behind, banditry and mining. And I'm wondering in what context Mr. Alake means powerful, because I'm thinking the most powerful person in this country is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who is also the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, except he's telling us something different. But who are these powerful people that Dele Alake is referring to? And does it mean that these people, because they're powerful, are above the law? Also, let's talk about Okon and what's happening. Can we make it? Do we have what it takes to make it through the round of 16? Because we must talk about it. Okon Day for our backyard. And they say, well, a little wonky as a team. But I mean, that might just be my personal opinion. But what's your thought? Hello. Let's go talking. If you are joining the conversation, please join us via Skype. If you're outside of the country, 0700 993 993 993. If you are watching us live on YouTube and facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM, please post your comment on our live feed. But I'm going to go to WhatsApp quickly to take a few of your comments, and then we'll get back into the phone call conversation. Someone here on WhatsApp says, APC, while correcting the ills of PDP, Jonathan ran the nation's treasury. This is obviously treasury dry. Emefiele, you ruined the economy. Powerful few Nigerians benefiting from subsidy, and now Powerful Nigerians behind banditry in the country. Marianne, please, when will APC own up to do governance instead of blaming others? If you ask me. All right, this one says, good afternoon, Marianne. Dele Alake is telling us now that powerful people are behind banditry, so it's no longer foreigners from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, etc. Nigeria, the more you look, the less you see. The more they explain, the less you understand. And Dose from Maryland sent us that message. This one says, it's sickening and acceptance of failure for government to keep proclaiming that powerful Nigerians are behind our insecurity. Are these unknown individuals not invincible? Or I'm sure you're asking, are they so invincible? And are our government so helpless and hapless? They should stop insulting our psyche and quit honorably. I'm sure you mean because they're cowards. All right. Ademola from Abeokuta, thank you. This one says, I'm not excusing TB Joshua. Well, we're not talking about TB Joshua now, okay? Not now. So keep that comment till later. This one says, I think Governor Simfobara's problems just started. His Abuja detractors has set the ball rolling on him. The court judgment nullifying the proceedings of his loyalists in the Rivers House of Assembly is just one of the several installments of troubles leading to his eventual ouster as governor of the state. Ibilade from Badagry, thank you. This one says, good afternoon, Marianne. Thank you very much. As for Mr. Alake, who are the powerful people? If you see evil and you fail to expose the evil for the sake of political advantage, you too are evil. In good governance, if Alake refuses to release the names of these powerful people, then he should be arrested. Yummy. I totally support you, but who's going to do it? This one's from Ajayi in Ikorodu. He says, Nigeria has qualified for the AFCON round by luck. It's been such a disappointing performance from the Super Eagles. First match was lucky goal, second match was a penalty kick, and the third match was an own goal. The team needs to seriously step it up before their next game, or else it will be you're a failure. You can never take it easy. Have you played football before? Excuse me, have you even qualified for the one in your secondary school? Don't be like that. Calm down. Chima from Surulere says, Marianne, I feel that the press should wake up and harp daily on this list of terrorist sponsors submitted to Buhari until culprits are brought to book. President Tinubu cannot say that he's not aware. If this evil of kidnapping epidemic is not tackled, it will swallow up the nation. Can I go to Facebook Live and take some comments, and then of course Twitter, and then I'll come back to the phone lines. Let's make sure that we spread the love. Okay. All right. This one's from Sheon Clark. He says, Alake is just saying what they want us to hear. I dare Alake to mention the names if he truly is saying the truth. And he says, this, I believe Super Eagles will do well in the AFCON. Up Eagle. I don't like people who are pessimistic. I might be sometimes, especially if I understand, certain things. But I like people who are optimistic, like Sheon. Good for you. I love it for you. Daya Dada here on Facebook Live says, you can see the difference between Israel's government and army and your government and armies. You can see the zeal and determination. They didn't mix their work with politics, doing eye service or propaganda and hypocrisy with their citizens' life, unlike what we have here. Okay, what does this even have to do with... Daya, you lost me. I'm so sorry, but you lost me. I'm so sorry, you lost me. Let me see what we've got on Twitter quickly. Don't worry, everybody is gonna be served. I'm a very good server. My service is very good. King Ogie here on Twitter says, Marianne, I don't have any atom of confidence in the Super Eagles. They're lethargic, no teamwork, just hype and of playing abroad. The most painful aspect is most of the players' hairstyles. Now the hair they play the ball. Why so mean? So he says, hypertension inducing team. Why are you all so mean? Have you played football before, Ogie? Have you ever been able to score, even on goal? Have you ever tried it? Leave us alone, please. This one's from Ogu Shadrach, and he says, when does an individual become powerful than the chief and commander of a country? Alake is yet to tell us the name of those people. Please. Esther Oboli here says, nothing way person no go here for Nigeria. Powerful Nigerians are holding the country to ransom, banditry wise. Do you realize that touching these people will open up more cans of worms? We indeed live in a precarious time. Nigeria is not safe again. I beg, are you saying the law can't catch them? I didn't say anything. It's Dele Alake who's saying it, and I really would like for him to expatiate. Jimmy Lomack here from J-Town says, let Dele Alake name the powerful people behind banditry. They are above the government of the day, but give us names so that we will see how they can be more powerful than the citizens. Okay. And he says Super Eagles can only extend if they improve their performance. It's poor. All right. And finally, before I go to the phone lines, it's very simple. Let the kidnappers start going after the political class. But bear in mind that these crimes are organized, so you can't fight it when the pioneer are the ones deciding the affairs of the nation. What are you saying? Back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Marianne.
Yes, Mrs. Oboli.
Finally, you don't pick woman call.
Did you call before? If I did not say that you will only call for 10,000, would you call?
You've been calling, no.
Hey, wait.
Sure, they share the thing around equally. All right, I want to say thanks for yesterday to you and your friends.
No
God
problem.
bless you.
No problem.
Increase your source.
Amen.
You've taken my take on Dele Alake.
Yes.
I just believe whatever he says will open more kind of ones. This last kidnapping, maybe they said somebody escorted them, police escort. Why did they not do something about tracking them down? I beg, Super Eagles, I've been watching their game since they started this AFCON with trepidation and perspiration. May I not feel that.
Hey,
I no go
the
watch
English
again.
is breaking my back. Oh, yeah, bye-bye. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Pila Mariam.
Hey, Chinenwa, please, can you send me your account details, please?
I sent it yesterday.
You send it again today because I go. I did not stay
Did you
here.
see it?
No, don't say it on the radio. Send it on WhatsApp again.
I send it now.
Yes, when you finish this call. Yes.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot for calling. Let me take some calls on Skype. Hello, Constantine is calling us via Skype. Hello, Constantine. Where are you calling us from?
From Czech Republic. Hello, Miriam.
Hi. How's Czech? I'm sure it's very cold right now.
For real, yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, go ahead.
So my take is, I think Nigeria should just be patient with Super Eagles. You know, there are teams that formally they are better than Super Eagles, but we are seeing them gone home. I believe what they need is encouragement instead of battling them. You know, that will not yield any result. I think Nigeria, we are too optimistic. Instead of, encouraging them, we just decide to treat them like the way Ghanaians are treating Ghana, which is not good.
Very terrible. Very terrible.
Yeah, as for the kidnapping, I think somebody is trying to undermine the government of the president because when Yaradua, when Buhari was there, such things were not happening, you know.
Are you joking? Are you joking? Is it that in that check you don't used to listen to news?
If I said
Constantine, so that means you will not fight. This is hard facts. There have been kidnappings right from Jonathan's time till today.
Okay, if I may say something, will you compare the rate of the kidnapping since President Jagaban came into power? The previous president has been a hike in this kidnapping, just like it's the normal day business.
So what do you think is at the core of it? You know, if the economy, I'm not making any case for them, but I'm thinking if this is a business of sorts, of course, people are doing it because they want to rake in some cash because the economy is bad, right?
You are right. You are right. But I think the president should just use an iron fist, mandate some task force to carry out this operation. If they fail to do the job, well, let them be know that they will be sacked immediately. You just have to use an iron fist instead of dialogue. That's what I think.
All right, Constantine, and I appreciate you, but the iron fist, where are we gonna find it? All right, I still want to take a few more calls via Skype. So Simon, Azu, you can all call me. Femi, Amotaya, all of you can call me. I'd like to take a few of your thoughts and then go back to the phone lines. I still got 11 minutes on the clock, so keep those calls coming in and your messages. If you're watching on our live stream, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, I would like to hear from you. All right, I think Azu is calling us. Let's take that call. Hello, Azu. Hello, Azu, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I on to Mary Ann?
Yeah, no serious. Go ahead, Jerry.
I greet you. I greet you responsibly.
Uh-huh.
Miriam, we have one of the best governments in the world, the Nigerian federal government. I give this to them. They've done very well. Let's look at the underlying message here. So the same person may go, or somebody beat me. I can go call my brother when I reach there. The person where I call even won't beat my brother Joy. So obviously, me and my brother we are helpless. So the government have given us heads up. Do you understand? Like, CEO, this is our job. Our sole responsibility is to protect lives and property. But there are powerful people way past us. So you're on your own. That's what they're trying to tell you. Try to protect yourself because you've gave me the mandate. It's my responsibility to protect you. But there are powerful people way, I say those ones strong past me. So let us see what we go do to help ourselves by ourselves. So the heads up here is, man, you are on your own. See what you can do to protect yourself. This is a very, very great government. It's a very good government. Informing you all ahead of time. So you go know you go. Yes,
I see the sarcasm.
You.
I see the sarcasm. You need to go now.
No, more would appreciate better team.
All right.
More would appreciate
Goodbye.
Nice talking with you.
All right. Thanks a lot for calling. Let me go back to the phone lines. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Mariam. Happy New Year.
Excuse me, are you a woman? Why are you calling the ladies line? My friend. Zeba
Happy New Year now.
Yes, same to you, but there's nothing happy about this thing. You are calling woman line.
I know the names of the names exactly.
Leave it. I will call the number for general. It's 0700 993 993 993 0700 993 993. Why are you trying? This is the problem. Women have been given their small quota. You want to go and drag it with them. Why? Why are you like this, sir? Hello? Welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Do call me back if that was you. Hello? Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Christian. I'm calling from Malta in Ogun State.
All right, Christiana, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about Dele Alake's comment.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling us that there are powerful people behind banditry and the illegal mining. I want to ask, are there more powerful people than the presidency, the government of the day? Or is he telling us indirectly that the government is part of what is happening in the nation and we don't know? He better come out and tell us the truth. God help us.
I think we need to do one of those weekly world press conferences and put microphones in front of Mr. Dele Alake, our mining minister. And then I will be there. Mr. Can you please explain to us what you mean by powerful Nigerians behind banditry? Who exactly is more powerful than your principal? Maybe he might have an answer for us. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Sorry about that. Do call me back if that was you. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello? Anybody home? Sorry about that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, good afternoon, Marianne.
Good afternoon.
This is Adeshola calling from Lekki.
Adeshola, go ahead, please.
All right. What I feel about Mr. Dele Alake is that maybe because they cannot be able to tackle the issue of kidnapping and banditry, I think maybe that is why he said they are powerful people.
But that's not that's not Dele Alake's job. Dele's job is to oversee our mining industry. Now, if that came from Nuhu Ribadu or the defense, heads, then I'd probably, take a little lean back and then, ponder. But then Dele is in charge of mining. He's not in charge of banditry, even though he's tied it to mining. Well, if he can't handle the job, then let him step aside and let someone who can handle and that's not afraid of those powers that he thinks are more powerful, he should step aside if that's what it is.
So, and as for Super Eagles, as the Ongo is working in favor of us, we should keep working for us.
We should be looking for own goals to stay in the...
Till we bring the trophy home, we should keep working for us.
Own goal trophy.
Yes, we should keep working for us. So, I'm not blaming them. Maybe that is how God think we are going to win it.
Why do you bring God into this kind of thing? Why?
Okay.
Leave God alone.
I'm not bringing God. Maybe that is how we win it.
Thank you very much for calling. Nigerians, you guys are the most special human beings on the face of the earth. Hello, welcome to Hard Fact.
Yeah, Marianne, good afternoon.
Hi, Simon. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Great.
Simon calling you from Belgium.
All right, go ahead now.
Like my question normally go, for how long are we going to fool ourselves? Telling us that there is a powerful Nigerian behind kidnapping and
Not
banditry.
one, no, there are many.
That's what I'm saying. So, Marian, are you telling me that you don't know them?
I don't know them. I don't know them. Do you know them?
Should I name them for you?
And where did you get the names from? I'd really love to know those names. Who?
Okay.
Who?
If you want, I will name them. So all of us, we know them. So telling us that...
Simon, how can you be presuming that all of us know them? Speak for thyself.
Okay, I'm sorry. So some of us, we know them. We know those people behind the kidnapping and banditry. So telling us 2030 again, like I said before, somebody will come up and tell us some powerful Nigerians are behind it. So this is story for another day. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Simon, for calling. I appreciate it. All right, that's Simon calling us from Belgium. Okay, I'm still looking at your thoughts and your comments. I've got 5 minutes on the clock before we finally wrap things up on this side of the clock or go for a quick break. I want to take another call. Yes, Skype calls. I want to pay attention to you. Jibril Alabi is calling us via Skype. Hello, Jibril. Can you hear me, Jibril?
Hi.
Hi.
Marianne. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. You see, it's just sad. Like when the mandate of the government is, I think the most important mandate of a government is to make sure lives and properties are secured. At least that's after when you get hungry only when you're alive. You need house when you're alive. Every other thing comes after you're alive. And someone, a government official, top up there, is saying there are people that have mandates that they can keep, which is to make sure Nigerians don't stay alive, right?
I don't understand.
Over a government.
What kind of mandate
like,
is that?
Like if the kidnappers, if there are people that are more powerful than the government and their own mandate is to make sure that we all don't stay alive, we all are not safe. And they are able to do that conveniently in a country where we thought we have government. So I would say that the problem is just that we still don't have government. Until we find one, we will continue to have this conversation.
So what do you call what we have? I mean, we went to the polls. He was announced winner. He is now the commander-in-chief. And that's what's happened over the years. What do you mean we don't have a government?
We've made efforts to have one until we find the right. You can keep trying to do.
Where are we going to find them? Costco? Where are we going to find them? Target?
No,
Where exactly?
We'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll keep doing it better every time. But the truth is, we've not gotten it. We've not found the right people. You can try to hire the right people. You only try, right? And it's only people that come forward. You hire, you try and try again until you get it right. We'll keep trying.
Okay.
But as it is right now, we're in a big mess.
Thank you, Jibril. Maybe we have to go on eBay, or maybe should we go on the other list, the very famous list, and find or hire leaders, government for Nigeria? Do we put an application? Oh, jokes. Let me read your messages, please. This one says, on serious government, nothing will work perfectly in 100 years. Kingsley Benny, but why so negative? This one says, Marianne, please, why is the government or National Assembly not pronouncing capital punishment for the kidnappers or killers, but are trying to criminalize the frustrated Nigerians for paying ransom for the release of their loved ones? Even when these bandits and kidnappers are arrested by the military, the same Nigerian government will release them and return them to society and even pay them allowance. Victor from Ojota. Victor, I wish I could answer that question, but I can't. This one says, our leaders make us look like second-class citizens in our own country. The Super Eagles are too sluggish and relaxed. Are they training or are they just getting media propaganda? Momo, now wow. Take it easy on the Nigerians. Please take it easy on us. Don't be too... give us a break. Someone says, good afternoon. Dele Alake's comment shows that Nigeria has no government. Okay. This one says, the statement of Dele Alake is a submission of a man who's bereft of ideas or a man who has already abdicated his responsibility on governance. We're in a one-chance boss en route Somalia, merchant man. It has not gotten to that. Let's be optimistic. All right. This one says, if there are more powerful people than the government, they should let us know them so that they can lead us. Why settle for less? Casey, really? I see what you did there. Someone says, nothing surprises me again in this great nation. Powerful Nigerians are behind banditry, says Alake. Do we realize that touching these people will open up more revelation? We indeed live in a precarious time. Okay, Mrs. This one says, Nigeria is not safe again. I beg. What this really means is that we're on our own. Okay. I've got 30 seconds. We've got to go for another quick break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up on this side of the clock. Jaja says, the question is, will Nigerians continue with this Tinubu government that is obviously not willing to protect Nigerians from terrorism? It will be better if we elect these powerful Nigerians to run our government, because a federal government should be the most powerful entity. This is where tribalism has brought Nigerians. Let's enjoy it till we wake up from our slumber. Wow. Why so mean, sir? Hope you're having a fun day. As for Dele Alake, anytime you hear a word powerful people, it simply means the government in power are clueless and powerless. The government has no vision and idea, only steal from those who have. Kazim Olalekon from Ketu. Lagos, we've got to go on a break. I am sure that when I come back, I'll be able to wrap things up on this side of the clock. But the news is at the top of the hour and on the 4 o'clock hour. Get ready. You're the reporter. I'm just a scribe. Community U Report comes up after the 4 o'clock news. Stay with us.
The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Competition is back. The challenging and
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria.